Okay. All right, so good evening, everyone, and welcome to this beautiful session. So we are on day 6. Is it day 6, Prashanti?
It's 7.
Day 7. All right.
Yeah.
So we are day 7 of 100 days and 100 speakers. Welcome to Brainciti. If you can accessible to the reaction button, this is the time to tell me how are you feeling right now. And please use the reaction button and show me what is your feeling right now. Oh, yes. Thank you so much. Great. All right, let me start from the beginning. That's how it started. It's the 5 a.m. club. And this is my personal invitation to one and all those who have not attended the 5 a.m. club. Please do join in. 5 a.m. club happens, of course, at 5 a.m. India time and 5 a.m. Dubai time. I request someone in the team to put the chat or WhatsApp chat group ID now in the chat box so that people can join the group.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Great. So it's my honor and pleasure to talk to you about where have we reached since we started. So it's all started by empowerment talks, wherein we completed 200 sessions, and this is the second tenure, which can be said as Empowerment Talk Reloaded with the name 100 Day, 100 Speakers. Currently, we have crossed 444 days of 5 a.m. club, 1,000 trainings. We have students from 8 countries and counting. We have 10,000 plus members put together in all our social media platforms and counting. We have completed 250 episodes of empowerment talks, 300 plus young mastermind participants, wherein we have sessions taken and delivered for young participants aged from 9 to 20. Other than that, we have 400 plus mastermind graduates. I would request each and everyone to stay till the end of the program and get into the breakout room to understand what is mastermind program all about. These are the flagship program of Brainciti, Young Mastermind, Ultimate Mastermind, and 50X Mastermind. As the name suggests, Young Mastermind is for young people, Ultimate Mastermind is for the ultimate people, and 50X Mastermind are for senior members. It's making transformational education affordable to everyone, no age, no bar. Become better every day in every way. It's a cohort designed for teens, adults, and teenagers. Other than that, we have 3 different flavors. If you want to specifically look into coaching, then it's Coach Mastermind. If you're looking for corporate kind of a setup, we have Corporate Mastermind. And for all the young entrepreneurs and old entrepreneurs, we have Entrepreneurs Mastermind. This is a vision going forward for at least 1 year, which is pioneering in online cohort education. This is a moment to use the reaction button once again and welcome the founder, Faisal Ibrahim, which most of us know, and the co-founder, Yash Rawat. They'll be here any moment to say hi, hello to all of you. Coming back to the program, it's an online daily conversation show to unlock possibilities in every area of life and business. You may ask, what areas is every areas? We talk about wheel of life as a concept, and the areas we are going to talk about will be followed in the next slide. So there we go, 100 plus international experts and speakers. You know any of the speakers and you think they can add value to this platform? I would request everyone to get in touch with our team. Meanwhile, can I also request our team members to start their name with Brainciti so that all our guests can reach out to all of us. Just rename yourself with Brainciti and the name. Thank you. There we go. The segments what we are talking about. Every Saturday is Entrepreneurs Connect. Entrepreneurs, entrepreneurship, where if you're starting a business startup ideas or facing any challenges, that will be led and hosted by Faisal Ibrahim and Anjali. Every Sundays, you will have fun, family, and relationship. Will be hosted by Sudeepa and myself. Every Mondays, it's all about money, money. Money and finance will be hosted by Nidhi and Divaka. Every Tuesday, it's all about online and digital entrepreneurship by Yash Rawat and Shana. Every Wednesday, it will be by our Zena and Aisha on personal development, learning, personal growth, learning and development. And every Thursday, we have Rahul and Binita on career development, employment, and organizational development. Every Friday, we'll be talking about health, fitness, and spirituality, and will be hosted by Midun and Arwa. If you want to still get in touch with if you're okay to appoint some speaker or what do you say, connect us with any of the speakers, please get in touch with Prashanti. The sponsor of the event is the better half of our founder, Jisni Faisal. We have tech support from Pandya, and digital media is handled by Misbah. Great. That was a short introduction of Brainciti. Many, many more to go. We have limited the slides to this much for a quick introduction. So today's event will be hosted by our one special mastermind member. So he is our mastermind coach. He's a coach by profession. And I also had his intro, but I think I don't have it handy. But nevertheless, Rahul doesn't need any introduction. He is a person whom you can reach out to with any problems. He looks very young, but the experience what he has is more than what any young person will have. He's interested in mentoring the people, coaching the people, and doing some philanthropical work. He's an excellent orator. He can touch your heart by the art of speaking. He hails from India. Right now, he's on Kerala. He has a beautiful wife and a beautiful son. Let's use the reaction button and welcome the host of the day who will be introducing the speaker. Let's use the reaction button and welcome Rahul Raghav.
Thank you so much, Naina. That is so lovely. And thank you, everyone. And very good evening. And I'm hoping all of you are enjoying this evening here. And it's amazing, right? You're part of a 100 days journey where you're going to learn so much in this 8 areas of your life, right? And I was just since I know I'm gonna be the host for today, I was actually thinking about the same topic about career and development in terms of career development. I thought I will mention this before I introduce the speaker. In 2014, I was doing a research actually to understand what exactly influence especially students to choose their career. Right. And I have actually interviewed more than 200 kids from different economical backgrounds and different backgrounds. And what I really realized from that is that often, like me and most of the people here, we are accidentally reach into some career and we try to build that career and think that that is what my capacity is, or that's what I'm really good at. And when we go through that, when we reach a mid career life, and that's exactly when we have this whole exposure of listening to different coaches, speakers, trainers, and then people come and tell you, hey, you have different other set of skills, why not utilizing it, and all that conversations, right? And that's when you really realize, oh my god, why I've been doing something like this so far, and why not something else. And then a lot of people actually make their career change decisions at that point of time, is what I understood. So I think it's a great pleasure. And also when I look at the audience, I think most of the people are in their midlife career journeys, and really want to understand how to go further and take steps further, and be better, and to be better utilized with the skills what we all of us have. So that's amazing. And I think we have a fantastic person here. I was just going through his profile and I was like, wow. So we have today the Mr. Fatha Khan, and he's a mid-career transformation coach. He's an author of a book called Build Your Dream Career, and he's also the founder of Career Path, an international academy, and he's also a very passionate speaker. From being an underconfident kid who was bullied during his childhood due to his dark skin color, to being thrown out of the first job due to poor English skills, Fatha went through a trail of failures in his career life. However, with unwavering focus and commitment, he made it to the dream company Cisco. Besides, Fatha worked for many more IT companies and added golden feathers to his hat. After climbing the ladder of success in his professional and personal life, he asked two important questions to himself, and this is exactly what I was saying. Right, in the midlife career, this kind of question we ask ourselves: who am I? What defines me? After deep reflections, the answer he got was, I am a teacher by heart who is passionate to help people unlock their full potential and achieve their biggest dreams. But this self-realization and purpose to serve more and more people through his passion for the transition to become a corporate employee to a full-time career coach and mentor. He has conducted over 100 plus sessions, workshops, and coached over 600 corporate professionals. He's on a mission to transform 10 million lives. I'm so happy to see that number. His vision is a highly educated society where people are not only equipped with academic skills, but also life skills and more values, which he believes really transform people in the sector of career. And it's my privilege to welcome Fatha Khan for this amazing evening for all of you guys. Fatha Khan, welcome, and I'm really honored to invite you to be the speaker for today. Welcome, and let's all of us put good reaction buttons to welcome him.
Thank you, Rahul Raghav, for that wonderful introduction. And I'm humbled, and thank you, Brainciti, for inviting me, for unlocking possibilities, and also Rajiv ji for being that person who gave me this invitation to be here. So thank you, everybody, for inviting me to this show.
I think, yeah, okay, now you can share your screen if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, everybody. Yeah, Raghav, you want me to continue?
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, we are really excited to listen to you. So waiting for your golden words and looking forward for this evening. And if anybody want to ask any questions, you can even put it in the chat box. I can help him read it out, or you can even ask him towards the end. So that time also we can help you get the answers from him. Yeah, so go for it. And thank you for joining.
Yeah, thank you, Raghav. Thank you for again this invitation, and thank you for getting me here. And yes, to start with, I just wanted to give a brief introduction of from where I come and why do I do whatever I do right now. I had a humble beginning. I come from a humble background, middle class family, where my life was good. It was blessed, I would say, because As a child, I was given the best of the best things from my parents, right? They raised me to the best of their abilities, and everything was going good until I stepped out into the real world, the outside world, right? And as soon as I entered into the real world, the outside world, what I started getting from the outside world was different definitions, right? The definitions, the biggest definition that hit me hard was the definition of beauty. And it was the definition outside world was saying that black is dark, black is ugly, and that suddenly started putting my confidence down. I did not knew how to react for that. How do I respond? And slowly my self-image started going down, my confidence going down, because I could see in my school outside people were actually bullying me, making fun of me. And I remember there were times when I used to go on stage. In our school, there were opportunities to volunteer and go on stage early morning to read newspaper and to read quotes and all that. And I used to be the one who used to jump and then say, I want to go, I want to go. And whenever I went on that stage, people used to bully me. And after my speech or newspaper reading, people used to make fun of me that, hey, Fatha, you don't even know how to speak in proper English, and you just scream, shout, and you think that's a good public speaking. And for me, that was good public speaking, like going out there, because nobody had taught me public speaking. It was just that I was passionate, and I thought speaking loud is like effective public speaking. That was how I was thinking. But I did not stop because people were bullying me. I did not stop going on stage because people were making fun of me. I went again and again on the stage. But yes, my low confidence, my low self-image showed up in my education as well. I was not able to unlock my full potential. I was not able to play to my fullest because somewhere inside there was something holding me back, saying me that I'm not worth it, I'm not good enough, I'm not confident enough, I can't be successful in front of all these people. And that thought actually carried on from my education till even when I completed my engineering. And I did my engineering in computer sciences, and I did it with some good marks there. I had 77 percentage, but still that low self-image was still inside me. And that was not helping me to get into the corporate world. I was very afraid of getting into the corporate world, especially the IT world. It was looking for me like a huge mountain. I went into some IT company interviews, but I was not able to crack it. Not because I did not have the IT skills, but because people were able to clearly see that my confidence was low. I was not able to communicate properly. I was not able to show that courage or confidence. And that did not help me at all. And because of which I could not crack any interview initially in the IT world. And I said, okay, fine, I need to get into jobs. So what do I do? The easiest thing for me at that time was getting into a call center or a BPO. And I started looking for call centers and BPOs, and I got a job in a call center. And again, my confidence and my self-image showed up there, because within 2 months I was thrown out of the first job because of my poor English. They did my training and they interviewed me. They did have a test after that, and I was thrown out because my
எப்படி சார்
English was bad.
இல்ல மேட்ரு என்னன்னா நான் வந்து ரெடி பண்ணிடுவேன் சார் ஓகேங்களா
Others, please mute yourself so that we can listen to Fatha. Thank you.
Yeah. Hope you're able to hear me fine now. Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
No worries. So that did not help me because call center also I was thrown out, but I did not give up. I went again to call centers. I somehow made it to some other call center. And my journey was in the call centers, in the startups for first initial 3 years. And later, after about 3 years, I got into the IT world. Like after a lot of struggle, I got into the IT world. And my dream company from my college days was Cisco, because I was passionate about networking, IT networks at that time, computer networks. And it took me 8 long years to actually reach my dream company, Cisco. And after reaching that dream company, Cisco, I started seeing people who were like successful, who were like making a lot of money, who were doing great things, who were traveling places. And I also got opportunity to travel US and other places. And I started closely observing these people, the successful people, to see like, what are they doing differently? How are they successful? While many like me are sitting outside and struggling for 8 years, 10 years to get into these companies. And there are people who are like right in start of their career, they are into big companies. In between their careers, like 2 years, 3 years, they are into these big companies. They are making good money, they are successful, they have a lot of confidence. And I started observing them very closely. I started talking to them, and I realized there are a lot of things that I was missing in terms of like my own personal growth, like confidence, communication, and all that. And I started picking on that, right? But over a period of time, again, it showed up in my job. In Cisco, I was like promoted after a few years as a program manager. And in my program manager role, I had to give presentations to big companies, to big clients. And one of the presentation I was giving just like this in Zoom, I was doing it on Cisco WebEx, right? And after 1 hour of presentation to the clients, I was very happy. And my team members also messaged me, Fatha, you are doing awesome. You did a great job. But in a few minutes, I got a ring from my boss who said, Fatha, what was that? That was horrible, right? What were you trying to say? We could not even understand your message. And I was like, sorry, I don't know. And then it brought my confidence again. And clearly I was able to reflect inside my first company, right? Am I like, oh my God, I think I'm again failing, and maybe someday again this will go ahead and happen to me, like I'll be thrown out. And my manager was very good at that time. She was from Europe. Sonia was her name. And after giving the feedback, she also gave me the opportunity to improve. She said, Fatha, I'm going to sponsor you whatever training you want, and I want you to work on this on priority, your communication skills and presentation skills. And I went ahead and started working on different things. I joined Toastmasters Club. I started reading a lot of books to improve my English specifically, right? And that helped me to grow. And soon after a few years, I got success. I was successful in my career. Everything went good. But one day, reality struck in my life. When I was having everything, home, car, traveling US, and everything was there, one day, suddenly, right in front of my eyes, my dad expired, having a heart attack. And that day, I sat down and asked myself very important questions. Like, is this life? Is this the meaning of life? You go to job, you earn money, you take care of your family, you are enjoying life. And is this life? Then I realized this is not life. Then what is life? Who am I? What is my purpose? And when I started exploring, asking these important questions, I started going to multiple NGOs. I went to remotest schools and colleges, and I started adding value to students. I started helping them, and that started giving me some fulfillment. And I started feeling, yes, this is the meaning of life. This is what I want to do, right? But I did not know how do I reach to masses? How do I reach more people to help them? And in that discovery process, in that thing, God helped me, universe helped me, because I was looking for a mentor. And 2 years back, I found my mentor, Dev Gadvi, who is also known as India's number one passionpreneur mentor. And he helped me to find my passion, my purpose, and helped me to actually quit my job and completely get into following my passion and my purpose, which is to help people through my teaching, through my coaching. And I realized the biggest troubles I had was in my mid-career life, right? When I was having multiple things, though I was thrown out of my job twice. Initially, first time it was okay because I did not have a family to support, nothing really bothering me. Like I was having a happy life. But second time when it happened, when I was thrown out of my job, I had a family to support. And I realized it's not easy when you are already going through a lot of struggles and there are a lot of commitments. When you are thrown out of the job, life is going to be like hell. It's very difficult. And I thought this is what I want to help people, where they can accelerate their career growth in the mid-career crisis. They don't go through this mid-career crisis, first of all, and they are able to grow without even doing any advanced degrees or certifications. Because there are a lot of people like me who do not come from ICSE, CBSE backgrounds, not done any MBAs, but still they deserve to grow. And everyone, I believe, has the potential to grow. And that's where I'm working on my mission, which is to transform 10 million lives through education. And by education, I not only mean like academic skills, I also believe in like life skills and moral values. And that's where I've been working from the past 2 years. And thank you for allowing me to talk about myself and share about my story. Thank you, Raghav.
Great, great, great. Thank you so much for that. So, do you want to take questions now? Is that a good idea?
Yeah, perfectly.
Sure. So, is there anyone who want to ask questions? You can unmute yourself and ask directly. Or if you're not able to unmute, you can put it in the chat box. I can read it for him. Yeah. Okay, I actually want to start with one. So I think there's Pandya who want to ask, and there are a couple of people. Before I go to them, I actually want to ask you one thing. So I really like the story you shared, and I think very inspiring. And thank you so much for being very open and sharing that. So when we reach in the mid career stage, often it's very critical time, like you said, where we really need to figure out, okay, how do I take it further? What exactly I need to find, who am I, and what am I staying here for, and how challenging and how difficult it was for you to reach to that point. I mean, I understand that what happened to your father, and I'm really sorry about it. But often, actually, everyone might not be able to reach to that question very fast. So, how do we like really say even when I mean I'm like when I started my career a couple of years before, if I had that opportunity to understand that question at that point of time, it would have been much easier, right? I mean, don't have to travel so much and then ask that question. So, how do we really reduce that journey before we ask that question? If we have to look at from that perspective.
Yeah, thanks, Raghav. Thanks. That's a good question, and I believe this. Even I was late while asking this question, and we can start it at an early career itself, right? And if possible, it can be started even at the stage when we are choosing our career, right? And the simple process that I have followed, and this has been helping many of my mentees and people I have been working with, is following the process of discovering your passion and your mission, right? And bringing that sweet spot, or that mojo, what my mentor calls it, right? And how do we do that is by having the one wonderful book I have read in my life is called Ikigai, right? Ikigai, in Ikigai, there are a few things that are covered, in which one of the thing is you need to ask yourself the question like, what do you love? What do you love to do? Right, write all the things that you love to do. Like for me, I love to teach, I love coaching people, I love to like lead teams, right? So put across all those things. It can be your hobbies, it can be your passion, it can be anything. First of all, put the list of everything. What do you love to do? And the other list that you need to prepare is, what are you good at? Now everybody is unique, and everybody has some or the other potential, some or the other strengths, right? You need to start identifying your strengths. You need to write down what are the skills that you're good at. Somebody might be like good at analytics, somebody might be good at programming, somebody might be good at support, customer services, somebody might be good at coaching. But you need to write down like what are the list of things you are good at. And the third thing is, you need to write down what can you be paid for. Because see, empty stomach cannot serve you, right? And passion, as my mentor rightly says, passion becomes poison when there is no monetization, right? Because we all need to earn, only then we will be able to survive and take it to the next level, where we are serving ourselves, our families, and also the other people, right? So for that, you need to also identify list of skills for which you can be paid for. For example, I can be paid for coaching, I can be paid for mentoring, I can be paid for like public speaking, because that is what I do. Like I can give keynote speeches, and I can be paid for consulting. I can be also paid for leadership skills, like leading teams, because I have done that. I can be paid for project management, program management. These are all the areas which are like very well paid in the industry. So what can you be paid for? And the fourth important question that you need to ask yourself is, what does the world need? Now, I remember on organization where people were working for technologies which were like already gone, right? These technologies were no more existing in the marketplace. These were like technologies which no company were actually using. And there were people working for 15 years, 20 years, and still working on that technology. So, does the world need that? The answer is no, because the world was moving towards virtualization. The world was moving towards latest technology. And if you are working something that the world does not need, then how will the world pay you for? Right? And even if you are paid for a certain amount of time, you will never be able to increase in your career growth. Right? So these are the important questions. I would say, like, put down these four lists: what you love, what you are good at, what you can be paid for, and what the world needs. And all these, when you put it across, take a combination of all these and see like what is common in all these things. Like in at least three of these columns, if you find something common, then that might be your passion. And it's all about getting started. and you try and you test and you see if that works out for you. But you will have to try and test for at least like 6 months or so. People start something and then they give up later within 1 month, 2 months. So that does not help. So you need to work on certain thing. Whenever you pick up something, you need to work on it for a period of time, until when you are not like, okay, fine, this is not working for me. Like I say this, until and unless you have not failed 100 times, don't tell me it does not work. Right? So you cannot give up initially in just 1 month saying this is not for me, this is not what I love. You need to try, test and do it, and then see if it does not work, then it's okay, you can still move on. But this is the process I have followed, and this is the process many people have been able to help with following, and they have been able to get success.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. I think that's a very critical piece of information. And in our one of our program here, mastermind program, we actually speak about this. And thank you so much for giving good clarity on that. Thank you. Now we have Pandya Rajan. Pandya, if you can come on video and I can spotlight you, and you can go ahead with the question. Please go for it. Pandya, please unmute yourself. I've given prompt.
Yeah. So good evening, sir. So your story is inspiration. So I have one question. So I do have a passion oriented to teach students related with the art. Okay, but the thing is, you said when you thrown out from the office or from the working, okay, you need to support your that is mandatory, right? Your family, like how you feel, how you handle that mindset.
Okay, I think he went on mute.
Transform to passion.
Okay.
Sir,
Yeah, I think
Yeah, got it, got the question.
nice.
How can I balance my life? Then I have to move to passion. I'm struggling in that point. Thank you.
Okay, very good question, Pandya. Thank you for that. And as you rightly asked, how do you work on your mindset? Because I think the biggest roadblock for anyone who wants to follow the passion is the mindset, right? And as Pandyan also asked, like how do you make sure that your family is supporting? Now, I've seen many of my mentees or people whom I have worked with, like they want to follow their passion, but they are not able to follow their passion because, yes, obviously everybody needs to take care of their families, right? There is money that needs to come in. Otherwise, like as I said, passion will become your poison. So what you need to do is, while you are working on a certain job, first start parallelly doing things, right? Take some small steps, right? Start identifying, as I told you, read this book Ikigai and then start putting across what is that you love to do, what people can pay you for, what does the world need, what are you good at. Put a combination of these and start maybe coaching people for free initially, right? And see if this is something that really resonates well with you. And this is what you love to do, what you enjoy to do. Even like if you are doing it for hours together without even being paid, are you enjoying the process? Because passion is all about enjoying the process, enjoying what you love to do. And if you are able to do that initially, continue doing it for some time. And even if you are not monetizing it from it, like at least start giving value and start generating results. Because when you start generating results, your confidence increases and people also will give you some testimonials saying that Pandian is able to help me on this. Now slowly start monetizing by bringing certain nominal cost to whatever your program or course is, and see if that works out. And you will have to get to a level, maybe if you are working in a job, you might be earning a lakh rupees, but see what is that your family needs, or what is your expense right now. Is it like 50, 40,000, 50,000, right? Where you can still continue like living your life. So in that case, what you need to do is, if you are able to consistently make about 40 or 50K from your passion, right? Or at least say very close to that, then you start thinking about, can I take a decision now? Can I take the step now? Because a lot of people get emotional and then they jump out of the job and then say, I'll be able to do it. I'm very super confident. I'm confident and all that. But suddenly when they come out of the job and they see things are not working out, they will not be able to sustain for longer time, because it's not easy. Your family also needs, and I think family is right there, right? We feel the family is wrong because they are not helping me, they are not allowing me to follow your passion, follow my passion. But yes, family also needs certain proof. You need to prove them that you are worth it, right? You can make it big. So for that, at least make sure whatever your survival money or whatever is the expense that your family has, if you have kids, if you have a spouse, is that family expense taken care? If you have parents, are those expenses taken care? Because it can't be like somebody else is suffering on behalf of you, right? If you are able to generate certain income for a consistent amount of time, then you start doing that, and slowly you actually build certain financial confidence. At least for 6 months to 1 year, you should be able to have the money that can help you to stay in, like following your passion, even if nothing comes out of your business or your passion, right? You create a backup and you get started, and you give that amount of time, 6 months or 1 year, and you decide that if I'm not able to make it in that particular time, then I'm going to go back to my job. And give that confidence to your family. Tell them like, this is what I have planned and this is the backup. It's not going to affect you all. And that way, I think you will get the support. Hope, Pandya, I'm able to answer your question. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. And thank you, Pandya, for that question. And I think that's a very valid question for people. So before we, I saw Muhammad sir also want to ask question. Before we go to that, I want to take a couple of questions from the chat box. So there's a question by Ragid Khader. His question is, how do I find a mentor? Like you said, you found a mentor, and then that's what the turning point for you in your journey. So his question, I'm understanding, is that how do you really find a mentor like that?
Okay. First of all, I have heard this and I also believe in this, that when you start finding for something, right? And that one of the movies dialogue is there, इतनी शिद्दत से हमने ढूंढा है कि मिल गए, तो something like that. So if you are like looking for something or for someone, you will find that person. And first of all, think about who is a mentor. A mentor is somebody who has walked the path. Now you might be someone who is like trying to build your business. So has somebody built business, right? And has somebody become successful in that? Or you want to become, for example, you might be wanting to get into like public speaking, right? And you want to get on a TEDx stage. So ask yourself, like, is there any person in my network who has already gone onto the TEDx stage, who has gone through the journey, whatever I have gone through, who has gone through failures and made it big in his life, where he can help me walk the path? Because what I believe is somebody who is like theoretically learned things. Now, I did not become a career coach just after finishing my engineering, right? If I would have become that, I think I wouldn't have been able to do good justice to my mentees, the corporate professionals, because if I have not walked the path, if I have not been in the corporate life, I don't understand the corporate politics. I don't understand about appraisal system. I don't understand about how hikes happen, how recruitment happens. And without doing that, if I read certain books and if I give the knowledge, okay, go ahead and crack the interview like this. If there is office politics, handle it this way. If you want to grow and get promotion, do it this way. It's all theoretical knowledge. But only if I have practical knowledge, then I'll be able to share it and help my mentees. Similarly, when you are finding for the mentor, see if he has walked the path, he's already been there, he's done it, and also see if your values match with them. Because somebody might be like, his value is sharing, knowledge sharing, giving and contributing and all. But if you find a mentor who is like absolutely like making money, just like trying to see whatever happens, right? So if values mismatch, then it becomes very difficult. Because even if your mentor is teaching you certain things, you will not be able to implement, because you will feel, nay, this value is not aligned with me. So find all that. If as a mentor, if he has walked the path, he or she has walked the path, done it. And also if your values also match, so that you find that mentor and you continue with that mentor for your lifelong. Okay, hope that was helpful.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much. Let me invite Mohammad Iqbal sir to ask his question, because he's been waiting for some time. Then we also have 3-4 questions in the chat box. We'll go back to that after this. Yeah. Mohammad Iqbal sir, please go ahead and ask your question. Please unmute yourself before that. Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm participating this session from Kerala. It's my fourth session of this series. My question may take little more time. I'm not used to in such a session. The thing is that I started my journey as a what you call lower level, like sales executive and reached there in a senior manager level. And my qualification is just +2. It's just completed. And now I am in 50+ age. Last 3 years back, I quit my job due to some ethics which I follows. And I'm stuck in Kerala now. There are some possibility to get jobs. I'm confident to do the same job, but sometimes my confidence pulling back due to the lack of my educational qualifications. So is there? It is sometimes it is haunting me. I will not be able to maintain the same portfolio. But the same time, I'm more confident than the previous situation. I can achieve my goals and I can do better than previous levels. So is there anything you can suggest me to overcome this situation?
Okay.
Great.
Sure.
Fatha, before you start the question, I think this is the same question we have in the chat box from Rajiv sir also asking, because you have written a book about this specifically, career, dream career without advanced degrees, and I think it's very connected. So it'll be great if you answer clubbing both, like about your book also in this answer. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for that. And this is a very good question again. And I would love to answer this because I believe it's not your advanced degree specifically which helps, right? And how does it come? How does it come? Because first of all, through my experience in 17+ years of corporate experience, I was like I have done a lot of certifications. You talk about any certification in the IT world, I would have done many of them. But what I realized was over a period of time, those certifications never helped me. And I was just getting degrees, and that was good to show on the paper that I have certain certification, certain degree, certain certification. All that was good. But when it came to skills, did I really have those skills? And I'll be honest here. I don't want to show myself as a hero here. I'll be honest. I did not have those skills. Real skills I did not have. I just had surface level skills, and that was not helping in my growth at all. And I was like, why is it happening with me? Even after like doing so many certifications, I did some correspondence MBA and all that, but still, why is it not helping me? Because the reason was I was just collecting degrees. I was just collecting things which I could put on paper, but real skills I was not learning at all. And this is the same problem I have seen with many people. And I do my workshops, webinars on weekend every Sunday, and I also do my coaching and mentoring where I have a lot of professionals. And I have interacted with so many professionals who have done their MBAs, who have done their master degrees like MCS and all that, but still they are struggling with no job, or if they are in job, they're not able to grow. And those degrees are not helping them. I conduct surveys and I also found that most of the people had similar answer, and degrees have not helped them because degrees are just the paper, right? And they can't help you. But if you acquire the real skills, the skills that can help you to grow in your career right now, what are the skills that are there in the market? Right, one of the skills that if you are somebody who is in a mid career or who is in career, one of the important skills that you need to learn is communication. And how good are you in communicating? Because if you are not able to communicate your message to the opposite person, how will you crack your interview? How will you be able to persuade your manager to give you an hike or a promotion? How will you be able to convince your clients, right? Or for anything and everything, you need to have good communication skills. And I've seen people who have MBAs, but they might be earning just like 5 lakhs per annum. But there is a person, there might be people who have like not even done their degrees and they are still earning 10 to 15 lakhs per annum. What is the difference between these two? The difference between these two is somebody who would have like acquired the real skills, like somebody who is good at negotiation skills. Think about it. He goes to an interview, and because of his confidence and because of his negotiation skills, he is able to negotiate a salary of 15 lakhs per annum. But somebody who has done an MBA does not have the skills, and he is not confident enough, and he is not able to like negotiate the salary. And because of that, he just stays at 5 lakh per annum. But this person with the negotiation skills or the persuasion skills, all these are the real skills, right? Negotiation skills, communication skills, leadership skills. Now, I was in a company working where for Cognizant, where we were doing automation, and I was heading the automation for Cognizant US segment for infrastructure, and we used to automate a lot of things. But what we cannot automate is, we cannot automate the human element there. We would still need people who can lead teams. We would still need people who can do decision making. Now, as a leader, as a mid-career professional, have you acquired those kind of skills like communication skills, persuasion skills, leadership skills, and are you able to market yourself? Right? One of the things I have seen with many people is they are not able to market themselves. Now, people use the old traditional way of going through resumes. They write resumes, they put it on naukri.com, and they keep waiting that they will get calls. And they don't get calls, they get frustrated. But what is the way today? The way today is go through LinkedIn. Establish your professional networking, establish your professional brand there, create some content, share your knowledge, let people know what you are good at, right? And start connecting with people and start looking out for opportunities, because it is people who will give you opportunities, right? Otherwise, in mid careers, especially in mid careers, it's all your network and your references. It's not your resume that will help you. So you need to start looking what are the ways. And the easiest and the fastest way to fast track your growth and your promotion or whatever is to find a mentor in your life. And for somebody who says like, I'm 40, I'm 50 and I cannot do it, right? I have been giving to my mentees also this example of Rajiv ji. Rajiv ji has been one person who does not sit quiet. He's like all the time striking back. He's going on social media. He's using all different channels. Today, if I'm here, it's because of Rajiv ji. He has this network which he has built. So he can bring coaches, he can bring people from different industry and he can put it across. Right? So your networking is important. And whatever skills you learn and put it across, it's important. It's not your degrees. Now, nobody will ask Rajiv ji, like, what is your degree? Right? Or nobody will ask like somebody who wants to get into a leadership job, because there might be certain jobs which are looking for degrees. You don't have to look for those kind of jobs. There are many other jobs. Even today, Google does not look for degrees. They are looking for skills. If somebody is good at programming, I'm ready to take you. Right? Somebody is good at like networking, Cisco is ready to take them. So it is all skills. That era is gone where people were looking at degrees. Now, but you need to learn the new ways and you need to put it across in the new ways. You can't be still the old person and expect the new ways of happening or expect the new results in your life. You need to change your ways. I hope this was helpful.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. I saw Rajiv sir raising his hand. And before I go to that, there was a question from Melvin. And I think that was very similar to what Pandya asked. So I hope he also got the answer for it. Now I want to go to another question, which is from Taga. His question is this: out of many qualities you improve upon, when was that milestone when your communication skill developed and how? So I think he's really keen on understanding, because in your bio and when you shared your story, you said like, you've been thrown out of the company because your communication was really bad, and now I saw you speak so well and so nicely. So what was that milestone really happened in that journey of your life?
Yeah, thank you. And this is again a good question. It's always said that when you give back to the society, when you give back to the universe will always give you more. And this is one thing that has helped me. And again, this is something that I've been teaching to my mentees and a lot of people who have communication issue, confidence issue, and all that. The easiest way is start giving back. If I recall, there was a time in my life when I started connecting with multiple NGOs and I said, I'm ready to go wherever you want me to send, right? And I want to share my knowledge with those school kids, with those kids who are in remote villages and places who do not have access to mentors, coaches, and all that. And I did it selflessly. There was no motive in that. But when I went there and I started teaching students, now students, when they are getting free value, right? They're not going to judge you. They're not going to like talk about you. Like there might be still some comments coming from the experts or from the principal or somebody when you are doing it in schools, but still because they are getting free value, they always welcome you, right? And that's where when you go on stage, now stage need not be like a big stage on like a TEDx stage, or it need not be a big stage in a company or in a big college or school. It can be even in the remote schools and colleges. Go back and start giving back to the society. When you go and when you conduct sessions, when you start giving back, when you do maybe career guidance or help them with mathematics or English or whatever skills, now slowly when you are doing that, your English will start improving. Right? And when you are teaching people, your English will improve, your communication will improve. And when you are standing on stage multiple times, confidence will improve bit by bit, bit by bit, bit by bit. For me, how did my confidence improve? How did I, who was shy and who was not able to interact with leaders in my own organizations, it was because I had low self-confidence. But when I went on stage in my NGOs, to government schools and colleges, to remote schools and colleges, I used to share the stage with IS officers, IPS officers, KS officers, deans of colleges. Who will give me this kind of environment? Right? And when I sat with them, I realized everybody is a human being, whether he is a KS officer or she is an IPS officer. Everybody is a human being. And when I was able to connect and talk to them freely, I realized that it was just my mindset which was stopping me. Nobody was telling me like you are short, you are small, you are like not good enough. It was me who was inside my mind building these kind of stories, and I was not able to talk to the people confidently. And that's helped me actually to interact with the leaders in my organization. So improving your communication, improving your confidence, all this can be done when you start giving back to the society. I feel that's the easiest way. Like these kind of sessions where go and add value wherever possible. It can be today, if schools and colleges are shut down, do it online, become resourceful and start giving back, because that's the easiest way where you can build. And there are many other forums. Like for me, Toastmasters Club helped a lot. Toastmasters Club is an institute, is an NGO, I would say, again a non-profit organization where you can learn and improve your public speaking skills, and it is based out of every city, right? It's a global organization, so you can join Toastmasters Club, learn from there, and you can join other clubs also where you can go interact with people, go into networking events, talk to people. That's how you improve your communication and confidence. I hope this was helpful.
Great. Thank you so much. I think we have 5 more minutes, and I saw Rajiv sir raising his hand. So, Rajiv sir, I'm really excited to hear your question, and I'm sure he will answer. So, Rajiv sir, please unmute yourself. You're on mute. You'd have got a prompt right now in case if you are searching for it. Rajiv sir, you're there? I think you have some network challenge, I guess. Cool. So I think let me take another question from the chat box then. Sharath Sahu is asking, do I need to have a plan A and plan B, plan C while looking for a dream job, or directly aim for plan A? I think it's an interesting one.
Yeah. Again, interesting question. So yes, when you build your plan A, right? First thing is have your big goal. Like when I had my dream company as Cisco, now Cisco is a big company. I was not able to get to it at the first level itself. But what are the milestones that you can actually take to reach to that kind of a bigger goal? That is what you need to ask yourself. If I am not able to become a CTO for a big company, can I become a CTO for a startup? Because I learn the skills there, I acquire the skills, then the same skills over a period of time I can start utilizing in a big company. Similarly, what I did was I was doing good in a call center where I was earning a lot of money because call centers were paying good, but I gave up that job. I joined a startup as a network engineer where I was paid less. I was working day and night there in different shifts. But I went through the struggle because I realized that only when I learn the real skills of networking, that is when I can make it to a big company, networking company like Cisco. So I gave up and then I started building that as milestone. And that's where I learned a lot of skills and also saw what are the skills that Cisco is looking for. You need to see what is your dream company looking for, what is the job profile, what are the kind of roles that they're looking for. Keep looking at it and keep preparing yourself. If you don't have that skills already, start learning those skills. And in between, choose milestones. Like if you are not able to make to the big companies or big roles, choose the milestones. If you want to become a CTO, first at least become like a director or become a senior manager in a company where you can learn things and you start building step by step. And yes, that is your plan A, plan B, plan C. If you have too many plans, then you might be like fluctuating in between plans, but it's okay to have a plan B, right? That's not a harm, but always believe in your plan. And I love this quote which says, when you are not able to achieve your goals, do not change your goal, change your approach to reach that goal. And so you need to change the approach and see if you can reach out to smaller things and then achieve that first and then hit the bigger goal.
Great. Thank you so much. And in between Melvis, yeah, I'm sorry for wrong pronunciation. I understand your name is Melvin. Sorry, Melvis and not Melvin. Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Fatha, for all the conversations and all the insights. I think it was really so much of wisdom, and that shows the journey you had. And so it's my privilege to invite Rajiv sir, who's an amazing coach, 50x coach. And whenever I have interacted with him, I was always had the best moment listening to him, because he's always that energy what he shows, the kind of passion he shows at this age, and what he built around him is fantastic. And I really really saw that as a very valuable thing in his journey as well. So let me invite Rajiv sir to officially give you a vote of thanks. And also, I don't know if he have still a question to answer, ask you quickly. So anyway, like Rajiv sir, please welcome. And I hope he's back with his network.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank
Actually,
you so much.
my
Yeah, over to
laptop
you.
stopped working. I think
No
some
problem.
Wi-Fi issue was there, so I have joined with my phone. So
Yeah.
Fatha, it was a very nice and beautiful session we had about how we can change our mid-career blues into our dream career. And I would like to thank you for giving such a nice introduction about yourself. I never knew you had such a hard time in your beginning. I just met you 2 years back, and I think we started our journey together in personal development team. And you have written this book, how you can make your dream career without any advanced degrees. So I just wanted to know how you have already described everything. So that was my question. So I want to thank you on behalf of Brainciti and on the behalf of our founders, Mr. Yash and Mr. Faisal. And it was a beautiful session. And I'll be sharing your number and your mail ID in our group of people who have joined and who are in the Brainciti community for discussing with you any of their career blues, or how they can change their career. So thank you very much. And I would like to say one thing which you mentioned, just came to my mind, that nobody here knows that I have not done the degree in which I'm doing the work. I have done my engineering in a different discipline, but I have learned all the skills of civil engineering in the field with my open mindset. And today, many of the people who are more learned than me in civil engineering talk to me because I have got that skill set which they have not developed. So it is your own mindset, it is your own skills which you develop, and it is all within you. It is not outside. My teacher cannot put things in my mind unless my mind is open and I want to receive those things. So my thing today I can say is, like, Fatha has taken the things with open mind. He has grasped the things and he has made it possible. Everybody, every person here or everybody looking at this video on YouTube can make it possible if you have got an open mind. So again, thank you very much, Mr. Fatha. And if anybody else has got still any more questions, they can ask, or otherwise, I think we have almost reached the time. So we'll close the session. Raghav, your take.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. So thank you, Fatha. Thank you, Rajiv, sir. And thanks, everyone. Before you leave from the session, please stay back. We have something more. But thank you so much, Fatha, for the coming and joining us on this 100 Days, 100 Speakers journey and sharing your story, which is really amazing. And I'm really looking forward to buy your book and read that very soon, because I think that's something I'm going to do after listening to your story. And I think somebody else was asking your number also in the chat box. If you can share that, and if you're comfortable sharing that, please do that, so people can get in touch with you also in case if they need any professional support from you. Thank you, and thank you so much, everyone. And we have something interesting happening after this. So please stay back, and thank you for this, and all the gratitude from our end, from Brainciti, and you are the best. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you again. Thanks again,
Yeah.
Raghav, for giving me this opportunity. And the book
Sure.
is available on Amazon, and people can connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm usually available on LinkedIn because in between sessions, I'll be like, it's very difficult to pick up calls. So even now, my call is like my phone is muted. So, but people can connect with me on LinkedIn and ask their questions. I'm always here to help and serve the community. And the one thing that I want to leave with you all is this thought that everybody harbors a dream, right? And everyone has the right to dream, and everyone has the potential to achieve their dreams. Now you need to believe in yourself, and you need to take actions with that open mindset, as Rajiv ji said, and everyone can achieve their dreams and build their dream careers. So thank you for that opportunity again, and thank you everybody.
Thanks, everyone. And so let me also invite um, our friend Shana to take over.